Okay, so the mailman brought me a new Air King box fan this afternoon, and we're going to check it out, see what the new Air King is all about. We're going to do some CFM performance testing and see where the Air King belongs on our list rankings of the other Lasco box fans. That should be very interesting. And there's also been a design change after about 20 years or whatever this model's been around. They finally made a design change, and we're going to look at that. So here's the box, pretty much the same box they've been using forever. It's model 9723. There's the fan and these descriptors along the left side of the box there. You just gotta kind of take it for what it's worth. This down here says made in the USA from domestic and imported parts, 100 plus years. Quality, comfort, durability, 100 plus years of the Air King box fan. Well, if anybody runs into a 1923 Air King 20-inch box fan, let me know. I'd be super interested in seeing one. Okay, enough of the box. Here's the fan. Let's get stuff out of here. Here's the manual. I believe this is available online. You can download it if you really want to read it on the Air King website. It's got the 3-wire cord and grounded plug, blue plug that is grounded. Go ahead and get it plugged in back here, and okay, yeah, as I was saying, after 20 years or whatever, they finally made a change. They changed the badge. Look at the box one more time. This is what the badge has looked like forever. It was stamped on the badge. The logo was stamped on the badge with black paint, like that. I'm sure you guys have seen the new one. It's like the embossed Air King logo in white, molded onto the badge there. So I'm sure they were able to cut out one other operation, stamping the badge, where they could just stamp it as they're making the front guard. So it was a cost-cutting measure more than a design improvement. Well, I guess it's design improvement depending on how you look at it, but I like it. I think it's cool. I like to see a little difference here and there. Other than that, the fan appears to be exactly the same. It's got the same handle and switch that it's had for a long time now. It's the full-size cabinet. I don't think I have a scale. Sometimes I keep the scale up here. No, but it's the full-size cabinet. It's like 5.5 or 6-inch wide cabinet, and it's in good shape. The guards are in good shape. They appear to be lined up halfway decent. Sometimes they'll be like way over to one side or crooked, or there'll be like big gaps between the guard and the cabinet. I don't really see any of that here. This all appears to be flush. So that is great. That is phenomenal. It appears that the fan, there is a little ding right here though. Man, it's gonna be something every time. I mean, I don't care about that, but the more you look at it, the more you're going to find something. But looks pretty good. There should be a sticker. No stamp, no date stamp or anything, but here is a sticker. The type and model. Gives you two different model numbers there. 9723G/4CH71G. Draws 1.0 amps. No date or anything, but it is the newest one available. The newest model. So I guess what we'll do is we'll run it through the speeds and do the spin down like we normally would. And then after that, we'll run it on the high speed and do the CFM test. So let's fire it up on high. Still runs pretty fast on low speed. Still pretty loud. Good speed variation, but still runs pretty fast for a low. Back to high. Well, it doesn't shake too much either. I mean, it shakes a little bit, and that particle board surface isn't totally even. It does shake a little bit, but not as bad as a lot of the other fans I've seen. Definitely not as bad as the regular Lasco box fans, but I think the full-size cabinet has a lot to do with that. Cuts down on the vibration quite a bit. Okay, so where did I put my notepad? Here. So here is our list now of the Lasco box fans. So a couple of weeks ago we did CFM testing on these fans, and this is the ranking from top to the bottom. Top being the highest rated and bottom being the lowest. So the Weather Shield and the Weather Shield Select came out at identical numbers, 2,350 CFM. The Power Plus at 2,263, followed by the Pro Power 2,222. Cool Colors surprisingly broke 2,000 CFM. That was the limited edition. The Freedom Fan, the 4th of July Freedom Fan, 2007 CFM, and then the base model air circulator box fan, the cheapest one that you can get, still pretty decent at 1,879. These were all performing better than, slightly better than what they were rated for. So that was good to see too, that the CFM ratings on the fans didn't seem to be embellished or, exaggerated. They all fell in line pretty much how they were supposed to. So we're going to find out now where the Air King belongs on the list. I'll put this up here so it doesn't blow away. And we're going to need our calculator over here too. And we've got the anemometer. We're just going to test the feet per minute. And then, so we're going to use feet per minute reading times this was the area that I came up with for the 20-inch box fans. 2.17 is going to be our equation to find our cubic feet per minute. So I'm going to use this. We're going to use the average function. I'm just going to hold this up here like that on the high speed and kind of see where the number lands. And that's what we're going to write down. So high speed again. 1,102 feet per minute. So put in 1,102 times 2.17 equals 2,391. Oh, goodness. We've got a new king, if you will. Just barely, though. That's crazy, man. Okay. Air. Jeez. That is hilarious. 2,391, edging out the weather shields. So, I mean, it's funny because it falls in line just like you would think it would. I don't remember. One thing that I did in the other video I forgot to do here was I compared what the fans were actually rated for. I don't remember what the Air King is actually rated for. I don't know if it's rated any higher than like the other Lasco box fans or not, but this is what we come up with here. It just edges out these other fans, just barely. But I mean, it's right there. I'm pretty sure it's the same motor and everything. And there's going to be some variation here, you know, if I were to do the same test with like five of each different fan, I'm sure that it would pretty much come out like this. But like the top three here, at least, would probably be interchangeable. Top five, actually. I think the top five would probably be interchangeable depending on what fan you used. But that is just funny that the Air King edged out the other fans. That's awesome. Oh, jeez. Okay. So that being said, I think the weather shield, which is still being made today, I think Home Depot, saw them for sale on Home Depot recently they're around $30 or $35. And I guess that's the thing about this fan that I don't like, is that it's like creeping up around $65 now. It was on sale on Amazon for what used to be the standard price for this. It was like $49.99, which is still too much. But everywhere that I've seen these fans for sale, they're like creeping up to $70, it seems like, depending on where you go, between $65, $70. And they don't perform any better than like the Weather Shield fan, but they're twice as expensive. And I think all you're really paying for there is this falls under a national standard certification, basically because it has the 3-wire cord and plug. And then it has the benefit of having the full-size cabinet, but I don't think that really justifies the price. I could be wrong about that. I don't know. I don't know how it works out on their end. I have no idea, but I can say that I'm glad that this fan exists. I'm glad that you can still buy a fan, a box fan that has the full-size cabinet, and I guess it's a plus that it has the 3-wire cord and plug. But I mean, for home use, buying a fan for home use, I think it's a no-brainer that the Weather Shield is going to work out better there. But in like a commercial setting, in like a workshop setting or a warehouse setting where having a louder fan, because this is a louder fan, this is definitely louder than any of the other Lasko box fans, I would say. In those scenarios, the Air King is probably the better option because it's going to be more durable. There's definitely something to having the larger cabinet that adds durability when the fan's getting bumped around here and there. It's going to be less susceptible to being deformed, damaged. And we have a bunch of these fans at work, and I mean, they're basically indestructible. They a lot of the fans that we have there are going on 20 years. They've been there 15 to 20 years. No service, no maintenance, no cleaning. They're all covered in grease and black dust. They're absolutely disgusting to look at, but they still run every year, year in, year out, sometimes for days, weeks at a time, and they're still around, still doing what they do. They move air, and so eventually they pay for themselves. But for residential use, for half the price of one of these, you could get a Weather Shield fan that moves the same amount of air, and it's much quieter. I think it's much quieter. Anyway, I guess we could do that test too. We could do I have the decibel meter. I guess we'll do that. We'll do the decibel testing. So I'll go get the Weather Shield box fan and we'll see how that does. All right, got the Weather Shield here. Got it plugged in. Got the decibel meter. We'll go ahead and I guess we'll just do all 3 speeds. I'll start it on low and then we'll work our way up to high. Here's the low. And I'm just going to hold this about 10 to 12 inches away from the corner of the fan. So we're at about 60 decibels on low. '67 to '68, 92. '71 to '72 decibels on the high speed. Okay, let's get the Air King back up here. Here's the Air King again. We'll do the same thing. We'll start out on low. So 69 to 70 on low. About 78 decibels on high compared to 71 or so decibels on high on the weather shield. The low speed on the Air King is pretty comparable, about 1 decibel off from the weather shield on high speed. So the Air King is quite a bit louder than the weather shield, but the air movement between the two fans is about the same. Still, I think in a commercial or workshop, factory, or warehouse setting, I think the Air King is probably worth the money. I don't know. Maybe not. Still, I'm glad it's around. I'm still glad that you could buy this fan. It's a good fan. It does pay for itself eventually. And you know what I just realized? I was talking about, I didn't know what the CFM rating was for this fan by the company, but I think I have it right in front of me. It just dawned on me. And table fans, they put it in the manual for the table fans. Why would they not put it in here? Is it in here? Oh, come on. Yes. Maybe. Okay, here we go. High speed, 2,163. Oh, and this is hilarious. This is the decibels down here. High 60, medium 55, low 51. We were getting like 78 on on the high. Maybe they test it from further away. They could be standing like 6 feet away from it or something like that. I don't know what their standard for testing is. But yeah, 2,163, and we were getting a little bit more than that, 2,390. So those numbers work out to be comparable, very comparable, correlating with the same pattern as the Lasco fans. So interesting, very interesting. Again, here's our list. Air King, first place, followed by the Weather Shields, the Power Plus, the Pro Power, cool colors, and the air circulator. Put it on high one more time, do one more spin down, and we'll close out the video. New Air King, new badge. Gotta love it. Thank you for watching. New king of the CFMs. Thank you for watching.